Hello, hello, hello. I am back. Of course, everybody probably went on their way. Everybody's gone on their way. This is part two. I actually had to create a whole nother stream because for some reason, I don't know what it is after a while. And those of you that do live streams might know. After a while, when you do like the streaming key, it'll it goes bad after a while, and it just happened to go bad right in the middle of this particular live stream, so I apologize for that, but it wasn't anything I could do about it. So I still wanted to just go ahead and finish. Have a few pages left, and I didn't really want to save it for another day. Hey, Penny Pin, thank you for coming back on. You're so loyal. I love you. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go through these last few pages. Yo, we went through all those already. So let me go ahead and start, and hopefully other people will drop back in. Hey, Boo Boo Kitty. Yeah, 2 hours. You're right about that one. All right. So I didn't get to look and see if anybody had any questions on the other one either. So that kind of suckety suck. But anywho, let's just continue on. All right, so on these 2 pages, I was in the circle mood on these. And this was number 27 and number 26. And just when it was cutting off, I was saying that these were a little out of order, but it was no big deal. And I did some journaling over here, and I just made these circles, of course, with a punch. And I used some words from the wordplay kit here. On this is the back of the signature here, and I used some tiny words on this. This was a filler page. It had no rhyme, no reasons, just a filler page, just for me to create something. And then the next one, I actually used 2 of the Christmas guest checks, and I glued them flat to the pages here. This is the back of signature 3 and the front of signature 4. And again, I like using these because they're flat. And then I have the pictures that I made pockets out of. And then I had these 2 ornaments. And I had them stuck in here. And I did my journaling in gold pen here. And this is number 28. Next. So here's another page where it's hard to see. I used some more of the gold letters that I had. And I mixed and matched them. And it says Christmas surprise. And that's because my mom surprised me. She gave me an air fryer. But what she did was she gave me a cookbook first for an air fryer. And she knows I don't have no air fryer. I was like, there wouldn't happen to be an air fryer with that, would it? And she said, go look in the closet. It's in there. And then there was the air fryer. And then this is the air fryer and the cookbook on my counter. So that was kind of cool. So I definitely wanted to have some space to write about that. So I have my tags. I made these into side pockets so I can have some snippets here. Hey, Nettie, thanks for coming back. And everybody else who's on, thank you all. So y'all have to make this video have 1,000 likes too. 1,000 likes for this video. That's what we're going for. And then in this one, I put my picture because I was looking kind of sexy in this picture. So I knew I wanted to make sure I added this in. So this is the sexy Gra picture because that's what my little one calls me. She calls me Gra. She's so strange. And when you try to get her to say grandma, she won't say it. She'll just say Gra. That's her boss, the boss baby in her. And then on this page right here, these little things right here were actually like candy cups. You know, like how you have the cupcakes. Candies were in here. My mom has a friend, and for like 35 years or more, her friend has been sending her cookies and candy, and we get the benefit from it. So I kept some of these little pieces right here. So Brenda said, just share on Facebook. Let me tell you, Brenda, I did do this on Facebook, but I thought that I was having like a lighting issue over there. But what it was is Facebook renders really crappy. After you get done with the video, it just looks terrible. And so I wanted to make sure I put it over here. And I have a lot of people over here on YouTube that don't know about the Facebook group. So I wanted to make sure I shared it over here as well. So even though I did do kind of a preliminary flip through on Facebook, I wanted to do a really nice one that was going to look good over here. But thanks for the suggestion. All right, so here's another envelope here and another picture. And it just had some fabric on my desk, so I used that fabric. And then I can journal on the back of that. And here's a little card. And I thought this card would be perfect for Christmas because of the red and the green. And I just used another piece of cardstock on here, did some sewing around it, and I did some journaling on the back of that. So see, I do have some journaling in here. There's just a lot of spots to fill. And then this one over here, I just took some pictures. I used some scrap paper and did some snippets of writing. Put my die cut there, and this is number 29. Next. Oh, just share the video on a Facebook page. Ah, okay. I gotcha. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, and then this is a big old card. Yeah, this was a white page as well behind in this pocket. This was a one-sided cardstock, and so of course when I made this page, it had this big white spot, and I just made this card and put it in there, and I kept going. Every time I passed by this page, I was like, dag nabbit, I can't stand that white page. So I just used my glue stick and covered it with some ledger paper, and the ledger paper was green, so it fit in good as a background. And then I made this big card out of one of my guest checks so I can write on the front and the back. And then over here on this side, we have one of those cocoa boxes again. Because yes, I think I had like 5 cocoa boxes, but I cut it into a lot of pieces that I was able to use. So that's why I've said that I've used the cocoa box like about 50 times already in here. And then I have another picture, and this is the cocoa boxes. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cocoa boxes, and I think I've only used 5 of them. So I have 7 left, and they are really good. And this is just cardstock up here stapled on here. And of course, y'all know I did my little sewing thing on that, and I did some journaling on that one too. And then here's number 30. And y'all, this little silver piece down there, let me just change my focus a little bit so y'all can see. See the silver piece up under the angel for number 30? Y'all, that's some foil. Because I was trying to sharpen my punch, and what came out of it was some very nice circles and foil, and I decided to use that under here. So that definitely would have went to the trash. And then here is another washi tape page, and this one was green and gold, and it looks so lovely. And then this right here is another page from a notepad, and I did some sewing around it, took some scraps off my desk, and yada yada bing, glued it on, and it was perfect. And then here's another card that I put in at the beginning of my stash, and I thought this was the perfect page for this because these 2 pages actually talk about Honey Bunny, and Honey Bunny is the new baby, and the new baby came on the 31st. So here's number 31 right here, and I put welcome down here on the side, and that's Honey Bunny right there. Oh yeah, we love little babies. Little babies are so tiny. You forget how tiny they are until they actually come out. So, and that's mommy and daddy, and big sister there, who really wanted to hold the baby, but we have to. She's strong, so we don't want her to break the baby. And then I have a tag here with mommy and Minnie Mouse. So she got her other baby because we took Boss Baby to the hospital, of course, to see mommy because mommy was missing Boss Baby. And in the inside, I have a pocket at the top that I did with the Christmas grunge collage. And I actually, up to 6 o'clock, I was actually writing this out, and then I ran out of time and I had to just stick it back in there. So I got to finish that thought. And I was kind of talking about how proud I was of my son, his little family. It's like 4 of them now. That's so cool. And then I just took, this was like a piece that was on my desk. I had some ribbon. This is like some fabric ribbon, and I made it into a little tuck spot because the bottom of this card was hanging over and I needed to cover it. So I just covered it with this little trim, and this was on my desk, so I just made it into a card and put a little twine on there, and then did some journaling, made it a journal spot. So yes, that's Honey Bunny. Kiss for Honey Bunny and for Boss Baby. All right, and there's Boss Baby again, because I had to keep Boss Baby while Honey Bunny was coming into the world. So here I was trying to actually do her hair, and I was trying to take a picture of her hair because I had it real pretty. She wouldn't let me take a picture of her hair. She is so difficult. I love her so much. And here's a tag that I made with some napkin. I did lots of sewing on here, and I made a pocket out of a little picture from a children's book. And then this came from the floral note pages. Floral note, and that's a digital kit up in the shop as well. And I just made a little pocket there and did some journaling on the back of there. And this was white. This whole thing was white here, and this was some artwork that I have been dying to use in here, and I just made it as a background. And then this came off of some of the ribbon that I had. And I thought I got that ribbon like at Joann's or Michael's, but when I saw that 25 cents on there, I said, nope, I got that from the thrift store. And I was going to throw this away too. And then just as I was throwing it away, I said, I can use that. And so it made it into the book. Okay, and then this is a belly band. It doesn't have anything inside of it. So I have to put a card in here, but I made this from the collage pages as well. And then I put like a ribbon on here. Yeah, kids don't. Yeah. She'll, sometimes she will. She was just being difficult. She was like, we can play that game. I'm not going to let you take my picture. So on this one, this is the little note that Rhonda sent with her rack. And I wanted to make sure I put it in here. But then when you open up the page here, it's another washi page. And this one doesn't have anything on it yet, because y'all know. As I got to the end, I was like, I'm tired. I think I already did the 31st though. So I went up to the 31st. So then everything else was like journaling or filler pages. And this page was totally white in the inside of here. And so I used my washi tape to cover everything up. Because washi tape covers a multitude of sins and blank pages. So that's what we did. All right, and so this page doesn't have anything on it yet, but I have some ideas of what I want to put on there, but I probably won't see that. And then this was a card that my mom gave me, and I'm not finished with this either because I have to write on it. And I took some tissue paper from one of the presents, and I put this on there. I actually put that tissue paper here as well. And you can see it hanging over because I love stuff hanging over the side. And I just put that on with my glue stick as well. I got a pocket there also. And then nothing on the back here. And then in the back pocket, I'm going to write out, I'm going to put something a little bit bigger in here. And I'm going to write out my thoughts about the whole December daily process. And in the front, I'm going to write kind of my beginning thoughts out. And y'all, that's the whole book. I told you I was going to take a while. I already knew it was going to take a while to do this. So let me just give you all my overall thoughts on the December daily process. Okay. My whole thought process was in the beginning, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to follow through and do everything in the book. I did not want to use journal prompts from somebody else because I've looked at the journal prompts and I don't think I would have been able to complete this book using journal prompts from somebody else. That's just too much like homework for me. I just didn't want to do it. And so I was like, I'm just going to kind of think of some ways to prompt myself. And one of them was to use the pictures. So the pictures were a pro. So I can definitely do that. Another pro was getting up early to make sure I got to do my arting in the morning. So do my junk journal. So that was a pro as well. Um, Another thing that I did to make this whole process a successful process was I went through all of my Christmas stuff or anything that looked Christmassy. If it was had the right colors and stuff, I put them all into some tubs. So I have three big tubs that have my books, papers, magazines, ribbons, lace, twine, washi tapes, anything Christmassy. I put it all together so I would be able to find things quite easily. I also went through the several drawers that I have, the junk journal drawers that I have, and I went and I found things that I could put into my book as well. And then of course I made some ephemera with you all to put in here. And then I just thought of some overall things that I would use for the filler pages, like the movies and the music. And of course, you could put like your favorite foods in here. It's just like certain things that you could definitely use to fill your book. So I was quite impressed with myself that I was able to almost fill up all the pages. I do realize I have some journaling left to do, but I didn't want to go too far into January without doing a kind of like a reveal on the book. What I liked again was being able to use lots of recycled materials like those cocoa packets. I love being able to use the Christmas cards in the book because, again, they would have just been lost in the wind. Now, what I would do differently is I would make my spine much bigger on here. So this is 1.5 inches. I would make it at least a 3-inch spine. And I will also have 4 signatures in here. I will probably I would use the same amount of pages, but break the signatures down. So I would have maybe 6 signatures instead. Six signatures sound a lot, but it would still have the same amount of pages. So I would definitely do that. I would pull my threads all the way through the spine instead of doing the hidden spine, because that way if I need to move the signatures around, I would be able to do that. So I would definitely do that. Now, I still don't know if I'm going to put a closure on here or not. I may, because my shelf is getting kind of full. So I may put a closure on here. If nothing else, I can just tie a ribbon around this. But I would definitely love to Lowe's, it wasn't your internet that was bad, it was my internet. I had to start a whole nother stream. It wasn't the internet, it was the stream key. So if you are a live streamer, then you know what that is. And I've been using the same stream key for a while, and so I don't know why, but after a certain time it's like using it just wears out. The stream key wears out, and it wore out in the middle of the actual stream. So there's nothing I can do about that. Technical difficulties, but I definitely want to come back on and show you all the rest of the book. So, y'all, that was a lot. My mouth is very dry. But I hope y'all enjoyed. The whole process. Make sure you give this video 1,000 likes as well, just like the other one. So if you're just finding this video, there's a part 1 to this. So you have to go to part 1 and give the video a thumbs up and see the rest of the journal, because the most of this was done in the first part. So I love it. I like just opening this up and just going through the pages, and this was amazing. It was so amazing, Lowe's. Y'all have no idea. This was just a lovely, 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 lovely process. It doesn't work like a man. Yeah, that stream key is like a man. It doesn't work right after a certain time, after a certain age. And I should have known it was going bad because for the last few days I've been having some streaming issues. So I should have known, y'all, that it wasn't gonna work. That it wasn't gonna work right. So now I can work on some more stuff, and I'm going to be doing some Christmas journals from album covers that will go up in the Etsy shop. So I am currently in production on those. But I wanted to definitely give you all some ideas. I learned a lot of stuff when I was doing this particular journal, and it's things that you can use in any journal. It doesn't have to be a themey journal at all or a junk journal. So y'all, I am going to go ahead and jump off of here, get me some dinner, rest and relax, because this was like, if the stress level was high when I had to do another stream key, because I was trying to do it quickly before, I lost my full audience. So Gia says that she's working on a Christmas golden book, so y'all have to check it out. Right on. So you must have a YouTube channel. Oh, Penny asked, do we have a date for the After Dark? I think we'll probably do the After Dark, not this Friday, but next Friday. I have to get with Bobby and see what we're going to do. We're going to try to like find some type of video games that we can play on there. So we want to make it interesting. We don't want it to be too boring for y'all, but the After Dark is just like hanging out anyway. So if you all don't know what the After Dark is that Penny is talking about, that is, we call it Creating After Dark, where we don't do any creating. We just drink and shoot the poop in there, and we fun cuss. And it's for adults, and it's over at the Facebook group. So you can join our Facebook group over at Junk Journal Buddies. And... And Junk Journal Buddies is in the description as well. It's in the description of this video also. And again, if you want to see any of the videos of me doing the process of these pages, I went on live every day in December, almost every day, and recorded those, and they're over at the Patreon channel. So you can actually head over to patreon.com/Liz for a day. So Lo says, can you tell us any news for the patrons? So basically, what I think I have some things in the till that I would like to do for the patrons. I'm still going to be doing the live streams in the morning because that's just a great way for me to wake up in the morning. And of course, those live streams are available for the replay because I don't think anybody's up that early. Because I usually start within the 5 o'clock hour. So I try to get going at least by 5:30, and I stay on for at least an hour. What I may start doing, and no promises yet, is I may do a maybe one marathon live stream where we just sit and create together for a few hours. Maybe one every 2 months, I think, or once a month. I don't know. So that's going to be coming up. And of course, if you all are not over on Patreon, Superfan Plus members, they get access to everything that I put over there. And y'all, it only costs a few pennies to support the channel. It helps out a lot. I spend a lot of time doing live streams, and of course I have to have the right equipment, the right lighting, and I love sharing with you all and just giving you ideas I have, but it all takes so much time, and I have so much content over here that I can't put it all here on YouTube, so it goes over onto the patron channel. So there's some different levels that you can support the channel with for as little as like 3 cents a day, and then you can get like some additional content and things like that. And we'll be having weekly coffee chats as well, and of course there's going to be perks and rewards. I already released the rewards for January, and also discounts to the shop and things like that. And so I'll be putting out some polls as well to find out what the Patreons like, because they're part of my community, and they're helping to make that community someplace where they want to hang out as well. So I hope that helps. Y'all, thanks for all the hearts and everything. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shove off because y'all know it'll be bedtime before you know I got to go to bed early because y'all know I'm gonna be up early on the live stream over on the Patreon channel. Okay. So thanks everybody for coming back over to this side. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you got some good ideas, and I want to see your ideas and the things on how you use your journals over on the Facebook group or over on Patreon. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet and lovable Lotus Blossom, Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. Thanks, everybody. Bye.